it's Brian, and I'm going to take you through what it's like to go through all the preparation and the experience of going through a 100-mile trail race. It's January 22nd, the day before the Beast of Burden Winter Edition. I've done the Beast of Burden in the summer in 2014, and it went pretty well. It was about 4 years after my first 100-mile run, which was at Halliburton Forest in 2010. And this past year I did the Burning River 100-miler down in Ohio, which went relatively well as far as 100-mile races go. So there's a few things that are obviously different with 100-mile races. It's almost 4 marathons back to back to back. A lot of mental preparation. I haven't been running that much in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I know that's different than a lot of runners, especially ultra runners tend to run a lot of miles. I like to just keep things nice and light, get the quality miles in when I do, get a few real good long runs in, and some faster, shorter stuff. I do a lot of cross training, doing hot yoga. Just in the last week and a half, I've done about 15 hot yoga classes, so I've really been heavy on that lately, just because I haven't been running quite as many miles. Still wanted to get used to spending some time doing that work, and that seems to work pretty well for me. Been spending all day kind of getting everything gathered together that I think I'll need. I'm gonna have pretty well a car full of stuff, and inevitably won't need most of it, but in a 100-mile race you never know how things are gonna go, what you're gonna need, how many times you're gonna have to change clothes, shoes, what you're gonna eat. You always want to have a few different backup plans, just in case something does go wrong or your stomach starts to turn, eating one thing, then you have something else as an alternative. I think I've got everything all together, just got to load up the car now, and then I'm going to head into London tonight, stay with a friend, and so that saves me about a half an hour of driving in the morning, because we're going to drive up to the race. It's not quite 3 hours to get to Lockport, New York, where the race is held. So we're going to leave probably around 6 in the morning to get there around 9, and the race starts at 10 a.m. So definitely pretty nervous. The forecast for the race, it's going to be freezing temperatures the entire time, so I think tomorrow's a high of about -5 degrees Celsius, going down to about -10 or 11 overnight. And so I've got lots of different changes of clothes, different jackets, just so I can find the right fit for what the weather is like. I don't want to dress too warmly, because then I'll sweat more and be at more risk for something like hypothermia. But I don't want to be too cold either and be totally uncomfortable the entire time. Ultimately, you got to get out there and just got to face the distance. Having little toys and different gloves or hats or whatever, I've already got lots. It's not going to make much of a difference at this point. It's just got to get my head in the game and focus and know that it's going to be a long day. It's going to be cold. It's not going to be a lot of fun the whole time, but I hope to enjoy myself and finish the race. Ultimately, my goal is to finish around 18 hours. Now that's about 20 minutes faster than I've ever run a 100-mile distance before. I'm feeling really good condition-wise, so I think 18 hours is achievable. I've yet to not finish a race that I've started, so if something goes wrong and I can still keep going, I'm going to be out there, whether it's 24 hours or all the way out to 30 hours, which is the cutoff for this race. I've got my friend Christie coming with me. She's going to be my crew support team for the race, which I'm really excited about. I was planning on doing this race solo, and just in the last week or two, she's decided to come along and give me a hand. So that makes me a lot calmer. Definitely that I won't be out there just all on my own. I'm going to be meeting up with her at different checkpoints and a couple of the aid stations. And she'll be able to help me get anything I need, whether it's clothes or food or fill up my water, whatever. So it's about 10:30. Just came back from having a bite to eat with Christie, going over our race strategy and filling her in on everything she needs to know. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more that she'll learn throughout the whole process, as will I. Just staying in London at my buddy Matt's place, so I'll cut off about half an hour of the drive in the morning. Plan is to get up about 5 a.m., eat my oatmeal, get myself all dressed and ready, and go pick up Christie, and then we'll head over to Lockport, New York. Hopefully there's no issues crossing the border. Bye. It's race morning. I just got up. It's about 10 after 5 in the morning. Had a really good sleep. While putting on my socks, I ripped one of my compression socks, so it doesn't look too bad. Obviously the sock will need to be replaced eventually, but I think for the run, I'll be able to get away with it. Of course, every single light is going to turn red. Just on my way to go pick up Christie now. Johnny Cash tune's going, got the heat cranked, on her way.
Hey.
Any wise words for the pre-race?
Stay warm.
I'm gonna be cold, but hopefully cold at a reasonable, healthy level. Got my shoes on. I got my race bib all ready to go. Number 114. So hopefully I make wise clothing decisions and don't freeze too much out there. And see you there.
It's at the start line. Just about to have the pre-race meeting. It's a little chilly already, but we'll make adjustments as we go.
Hey, so we just had the start. It was just all of a sudden everyone was running. There was no queue, so Brian is off. They're gonna run with the wind right now. It's at about -7 degrees, and the wind is heading west. Once they go out a little bit, they come back and they have to run into the wind for the next like 10 miles. So it's gonna be challenging, but we're gonna go meet Brian at the first kind of pit stop or area where I can get to and see how he's doing. So let's go. Hey guys, so Brian is quickly approaching. It looks like he's making really great time, and I'm just getting kind of emotional just watching them approach this first kind of area where us spectators can greet them. It's incredible. It is freaking cold out here. You can't really tell, but the wind is blowing crazy from my back, and just the perseverance and the strength that this takes is just mind-blasting. So I'm gonna keep it together, but just wanted to give you guys a little update because here they come.
Lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time. Let's go. Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Alright y'all, so we are, where are we? We're like at stop number 4 because we missed Gasport. Brian had broth. That was the big update. There was broth available. So I still have a whole pile of snacks in my hand. Let's take a tour. This is what I'm dealing with right now. So Brian has fallen a bit back from Steven, but honestly, like, he's like less than a minute away. I'm really bad at gauging, but I think so. He's like just ahead. They both look really strong still. Brian is just killing it. He doesn't look too cold. He looks strong. We've got a long way to go yet. We're almost done. the first eighth of this race. What did I get myself into? So we just hit the turnaround. It was a gong show. I met Brian at the last stop before the turnaround. Everything was good. I plugged into the GPS that I wanted to go to the turnaround, and it tried to take me back to the start. So I just used what intuition I do have and kind of just, you know, followed my gut, and somehow wound up bumping into Brian exactly at the right time. So he was just leaving the checkpoint. That is part of the race done. It's now 12:06. We just left his bag in there, so he's got a drop bag for when I'm not here. Not that I won't be here, but I'm gonna have a rest at some point. So we're out here. It's obviously freezing cold. And it's interesting, like I see all these runners and I'm starting to get a bit familiar with them, but in the distance it's so interesting as soon as I can recognize Brian, because he's wearing some really distinct colors. I start to just get a sense of kind of pride and joy, and woo, you're still going! It's emotional, it's wild. Like, he is still out here just giving her, and the perseverance and being able to witness perseverance like this is such an honor, and I'm definitely blessed to be a part of this crazy journey, although it's freezing cold. I mean, my bad, like, I'm not prepared. I'm not wearing my hat. What can I say? Gotta look cute.
Just past 26K. Everything's going well. Hydrating well. Eating lots. Had some really awesome energy balls back at the turnaround aid station. Steve's just ahead of me. Running with him for a bit. So I'll try and stay within his sight for the next little while. See how that goes. Staying warm. And now I got my phone. So I got some tunes to listen to. Peace out.
He is just coming in for the first 25. So this is the turnaround, the start-finish line. Super exciting because we're done the first loop. So I'm supposed to be at the hotel sleeping right now, just to get a rest, but I decided that I kind of missed Brian, so I would come out and surprise him. It's only been like 4 minutes since I saw him, but...
So at about 63.5K, just turned around a few kilometers back, feeling good, feeling fresh, still moving pretty steady. There's a good view of the path. Good job. Good work. So still a few people out, but thinning out quite a bit. I've been told there's one person ahead of me. I know Steve and Vincent, a couple guys that I was running with earlier. They're about 10 to 15 minutes behind me. I've been eating lots, drinking lots, feeling good so far with digestion and everything. So I'll see you at the turnaround, the halfway point.
Back at the start-finish line, Brian is making some just incredible time. So we should see him any time now for the end of the second loop and beginning of the third loop. This is going to take us into the evening. So kind of crazy, but we're making really great time. So hopefully we'll see him soon. Hey guys, so we are over halfway now. I don't even know what time it is. It's like after 7 p.m. I don't know how many hours that is, so count yourself. We are doing pretty good. Brian seems to be in good spirits. His legs are getting a bit tired. I don't know why, like he's only done 50 miles. But that's amazing. So I'm just waiting now about 6 miles after the turnaround, so approximately 56 miles. As you can see, it's dark, so I have a headlamp. I got some glow sticks happening. Woo woo. Pockets are full of stuff in case he needs it. I've got some broth in the cup to keep him warm, hydrated. Salt levels, got to keep those up. Yeah, he seems to be doing really well though. Alright y'all, so I am just leaving out, I can't even speak. I'm so tired I can't speak. I am leaving Middleport, heading towards just after the Gasport aid station, and I'll meet up with Brian. I've got some broth, I've got lots of warm clothes, so we're still kicking. it's kind of to the point out there, the best way I can describe the course right now is lonely. There are lots of single, lonely runners out there that are just trekking. And it's so incredible when you're out there and you kind of see a light in the distance. And I kind of have an idea when it is Brian, and so I can start cheering for him. But I think about the runners out there that don't have a crew, even if it's one lonely support person. It's just incredible. The perseverance, the strength, the endurance that these athletes are putting forth today is like nothing I've ever witnessed. It's one thing to do something like this in the summer when there are, more ideal conditions where you don't have to worry about frostbite, hypothermia. Am I wearing too much clothes? Am I going to sweat? Am I going to freeze? This is a whole new ballgame. This is a significant challenge. And just speaking to the people at the turn point here, it's wild. This is an incredible challenge. So here we go, heading out to just past Gasport, going to kind of get some stuff together here, and we'll see you at the turnaround. So this is the last time that we'll come to the start-finish line when it's not time to finish. So this is our last turnaround here. The first place guy is just leaving right now. So Brian has a good chance of catching him, which is really exciting. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so Orangeport is where I am. You should be coming anytime soon if you would hurry your, cute little behind. I'm for the first time actually waiting in the car because I have a really good kind of visual sight line of the trail. And I changed my socks, I changed my boots, so I hate you less. But it's kind of fun because I've told a couple random people that, this is our first date. So they keep stopping to ask how you're doing, and they're sending you positive vibes, and I'm just so grateful for this community. Hello. So I just wanted to give you some perspective on what this course is like in the winter. So I'm at I'd say a mile after the Gasport aid station, which you're not allowed to stop at. So I've got Brian's water here. I've been waiting for probably 10 to 12 minutes. Haven't seen anyone. There's no lights in the distance going in either direction. It's wild. This is just such a beautiful area. It's got this beautiful canal and these bridges, and there's trees, and it's stunning. But I can't imagine how lonely this course is. And so that just goes to show you the perseverance that is required to take on a challenge like this. So I say that, but I see a light in the distance. I wonder who it is. I'm pretty sure it's Brian, because if it's not, I gotta go find him. Yeah, so we're almost to the turnaround. One more leg, and then it's done. Then it's home time. We're at like 3 kilometers to go. Oh my gosh, I see you, so I don't have much time, but before we get to the finish where I might be emotional, you might be emotional, I just wanted to record this to say thank you. Thank you for letting me be a part of this journey. This, not always fun at times, but I feel like we did it together, and I'm really proud of you. I'll be honest, at Middleport, I was afraid to let you go out. Some ladies at one of the stops had told me not to let you go out if you look delirious at all, because there is such a high risk of falling in the canal. And I just had to trust my gut that you would be okay, and that you are self-aware enough to know when enough is enough, and although you were kind of, you know, a little hazy and incoherent, I truly do think that you have kind of a sound self-awareness. So you're coming now, so I need to wrap this up. Number one, thank you. Number two, you're absolutely incredible. This was such a journey and such a challenge, but you know, we've just embraced it, and you've embraced it, and you're gonna kill me if I don't get out there with this bra. So I better go. I wanted to just get this out there before the finale. Oh. Come on, Brian! Woo! Let's go, Brian! So close! Push! You can go now.
So I'm done. Just got my socks off. That's always a big task afterwards. Oh, is that blood?
Yeah, that's nothing bad in between those toes.
Otherwise, not too worse for wear. Came in second place. New personal best, 17 hours, 37 minutes. I was pretty impressed by that. First place was about an hour ahead. He really picked it up the last 20K. My amazing, just everything, support crew, captain, can't thank her enough. Thank you very much. Great race experience. Actually wasn't too cold for most of the race, and the frozen beard, but other than that, it was pretty good. Not looking forward to the shower in the next few minutes, but definitely looking forward to some sleep.
All right, here we are for the post-race recap. How'd we do? Aside from these horrible hiccups that restricted me to about 1 hour of sleep in the last full day.
Yeah, I think we did well. We probably could have used a little more sleep, but you know.
Caffeine goes a long way.
So we've just been chilling, kind of resting, recapping how our night went, hiccuping. We've tried every remedy in the book, from scare tactics to maple syrup.
Holding my breath
honey.
did help a couple times, and then they came back as soon as I drank anything, which been working on our water. We've probably had, I don't know, 4 to 6 liters of water since the end of the race. And yeah, it's been working through me. Kidneys are working again. Digestive system seems to be working better.
Properly.
Yeah, I had some issues last night. It wasn't pretty. But yeah, blister damage was minimal. Just a couple big ones, and that was about it. Nothing too major. Green smoothie, recovery drink.
It's
Very
not
delicious.
helping the hiccups at all.
No, not at all. But it's got turmeric, protein powder, and spinach and kale, and apples, bananas, and strawberries, blueberries, all sorts of other things in there. I'm feeling good, considering. Did some stretching and trying to work out some of those tight muscles. But the key is to keep moving over the course of the day. The next couple days, I can feel it in my body. Things are already starting to recover. Only like 9 hours after finishing, so Stephen Park ended up coming in 3rd place behind me. He's won the last couple of years, and I thought that I'd be coming 2nd place to him today. Yes, yesterday, today, it's all mixed up. I had a pretty good race. Slowed up a bit on the last loop. Just, I think, sheer exhaustion. But yeah, you know, having Christie here helps keep me going forward, and I was very happy that she was able to come.
I got nothing.
All right.
So a couple things to just recap. Got home amazingly with only 1 hour of sleep since the race started, since yesterday morning at 5 a.m. I'm really not that tired, which is really wild. I've never had that experience before. I've always been super exhausted and drowsy after a race. Just finishing up the second of the 2 remaining burritos that I had prepared for the race. Just really delicious, and realizing I hadn't actually eaten a lot of food today, it's probably good to get that food in my belly so my body can start repairing all the damage that's been done over the last day or two. So yeah, I'm going through some delayed onset muscle soreness, which is increasing by the hour, just going up and down stairs or steps. Pretty awkward on my legs. But, you know, it all goes with the territory. It's nothing that I haven't experienced before. So I'll just have to go through the motions, go through the muscle repair, and probably by the end of the week I'll be back to running somewhat normally. Might still have some heaviness in the legs, but still be able to run unhindered. Although these hiccups proved to be a lasting difficulty, which I really hope goes away overnight tonight. Hopefully I can get to sleep fairly shortly, as long as the hiccups don't keep me awake all night. So it was a fantastic weekend. Accomplished a lot, learned a lot. It was a wonderful experience, and I was glad to be able to do it together with Christie, and all her help is much the reason why it went so smoothly. So I can't thank her enough. She did a wonderful job, not only helping me out during the race, but helping other runners, and just being all together, really caring and generous. And I don't think enough can be said for those types of people. So very grateful she decided to come along this crazy adventure, and hopefully there'll be more to come. And yeah, hopefully the recovery the next few days isn't too painful. You always expect a certain amount, but it's always nice when it goes quick and a little more comfortable. So lots of yoga, and yeah, I'll be back at it tomorrow. Bye.
So here I am on Thursday after the 100 miler. Just threw down a almost 13K in just over an hour. It's a tempo run, so kind of a medium pace, same as I was for the 100 miler, the first 7K, and then the last almost 6K, cranked it up. Had a couple that were under 4 minutes. Right thigh still really heavy, kind of crampy, but once we picked up the pace, legs just kind of went numb, heavy, and just tried to keep up with the guy in the group ahead of me, and yeah, reeled it in. It's down to about 3.5 minutes that last kilometer. So considering just ran 100 miles less than 5 days ago, had some incredible recovery and turnaround. So yeah, I think that's it.
My head where words keep pouring out like starlight crashing through the
Okay, so okay. It is 20 to 12. Just waiting for you. I'm honestly delirious. This is amazing. I can hold it together, I swear. So, I just keep looking at myself and how tired I look. I will never tell you this while you're running, so I'm recording it for later. I'm fucking cold. That's all. I'm at Orangeport right now on the last lap, and I'm so fucking cold. I just want to cry. But I'm not going to because I'm so proud of you. Put a little bit of this. Keep running.